Hello and happy Sunday. It's day number 4 of my 12-week challenge to my 44th birthday. I'm Jacqueline Nichols, and this is my tracking of inspiration and motivation for myself and for my incredible clients. Sunday is a day that I rarely hold appointments, and so it's kind of a day for me to just slow down my pace, regroup, and reorganize what my priorities are so I don't rush through life too fast. It's really a time that I talk as little as I have to. I talk so much during the week. I have so many things I need to connect with, communicate, and share with people. So it's kind of like my word refill day to let myself really decide what's the best use of me. What's the best use of my time? Of course, it's the usual household chores day, but it's also time to connect with my own spiritual connection. I was raised Catholic, and of course I was used to getting up and going to Mass every Sunday, and of course I had to get to my, maple bars at the end during the time when everybody visited and the very watered down tang. And I don't actively pursue a religion right now, but I do have my own spiritual journey. I strongly recommend whatever it is that people take the time to do it. I think it's important whether you do church and you support within your community and its own spiritual journey that you need to do and what your community does, or you need to take your own time. Many of you hear me often talk about my angel work, and that's what I focus on, is my quiet thoughts, my own thinking process. It's so easy to get so busy with everybody else's thoughts and everybody else's wants that I take Sundays to remind myself who I am, that I'm not doing things to make everybody else happy. I need to be happy. And I was even seeing some of those comments about the nurse that wrote about the 5 regrets people have when they die, and one of them had to do with being authentically really who you are, saying what you want. And I find I admire those people that do that, and that's a big part of my goals this year, is to speak up or not let somebody take advantage of my generosity just because I have a really big heart. To be truthful. If they're doing something that hurts my feelings, I either need to step away from that connection or I need to be clear with that person. But holding resentment isn't going to help. To realize, what is it that I care about? The fact that I'm in my space and working and giving so much to people, I need to make sure I have people that refuel my life. If all it is me pumping up everybody else all day, it'd be exhausting. So in order for me to do my work the best that I can, I need to take some me time. So I hope you're taking me time too today, or you have a day of the week or a few hours of the week that you always commit to you. Because without you, what's the purpose for everybody else to have? It's so important we remember that. I had a beautiful mother that passed away at a very young age because she just gave too much. And when she got sick, she didn't have enough strength to take care of herself. So I've always made and vowed personal care, but also time out to never forget who I really am, what makes my heart flutter, what makes me excited, what brings tears to my eyes, what hurts my feelings. Because sometimes, especially being an incredibly positive person and always looking at life in the positive way, I sometimes forget to let something upset me and be aware that it wasn't good, or I shouldn't have experienced that in the way that I did, or I might have brushed it off too quickly. And so it's a time for me to step back and take personal ownership of how I'm choosing to react and not sugarcoat things. That's what I find for a Sunday, is a chance for me to not make it all fun and fluffy and not care, put out what matters to me and I want to get a response from, and then don't do anything with stuff that doesn't matter. Not let it weigh me down, not let it stress me out, not let it control who I am. And this is important. So what I ask of you is to stop and think, who are you really? And add some comments. What kind of things are you learning about yourself when you take your quiet time? What did you find out when you decided to slow down and not really talk so much? I mean, they say men say 10,000 words a day, and women say 30,000 words a day. And I know at the end of the day, my word tank is running empty, and sometimes my words will slur together and get a little overwhelming. And so I try to get an extra stock up of words on my Sundays. But I love it when I just have quiet time. I think about what I care about, what I'm on this earth for, what and who matters to me, and how are people making me feel in my life, but also how am I reacting to them. So what are you doing? What did you do today? I'd love to hear about your Sunday. I'd love to hear about your adventures. I'd love to hear about your quiet time. I'd love to hear your heart message. Please add some comments below so I can learn from you, so I can know how I can better use my time, and I can also know what matters to people. I think it's so important for us to stop and remind ourselves how awesome we are, but also how awesome the people in our life are. Remember who you are. Think about what's most important and take time to show your gratitude. Be spiritual, be religious, be quiet, have your own world, have your own thoughts. Just make sure they're yours. Make sure it's what you choose to represent, and make sure it's how you want people to know you, remember you, and be inspired by you. Thank you for watching day number 4. I can't wait to find out what you have to share on how you spend your Sunday.